Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I have inadvertently run into a nest of stupid morons on Eliot Rosenstock's Facebook post. Or is it my post? It is Eliot Rosenstock's Facebook post. Okay, I'm going to read to you a comment Eliot Rosenstock has left. He says, "Law requires an agent of the law. It's not an objectively determined force without the human actor. Fine. Law is not necessarily followed. That's why we have police. And as an objectivist, supposedly, you believe there should be no law." You don't know very much about objectivism, do you, Eliot? "And law should be privately determined and enforced. Correct? Per Leonard Peikoff." Leonard Peikoff never said any such thing. Nope, wrong. Find me the quote. Baloney. Nope, law should not be privately determined. The idea of private is something that happens underneath the auspices of law. So, you have been listening to anarchists and picking up their garbagey nonsense. Either way, the actualization of force to protect, to stake claim or right over the other is still based on force. Fine. And if an ethnic group monopolizes force in a territory and genocides the native population, as in America, you would do nothing, per your code. How did that follow from the first sentence? What's that first sentence again? Either way, the actualization of force to protect or to stake a claim or a right over the other is still based on force. Now, I just want to note, Eliot, that there are Native Americans alive today in the United States of America who have jobs and cars and drive vehicles around and stuff. So, it is not the case that, we just killed them all. We killed most of them. They were violent barbarians. I mean, what could we do? Now, Joey Patrone says, "Ayn Rand was a shit-tier YAF writer, and your interpretations of the social phenomenon discussed in this thread are way below pedestrian." Well, that's a pretty substantive comeback. I wonder, Joey Patrone, can you do any better than that, or is that your top game, you stupid moron? James Heald says, "Socialists are the real Nazis," in quotes, because that's what I said. Socialists are the real Nazis. Nazis were socialists. He says, "You're going to be very disappointed about which animal buffalo wings really come from." That's the left trying to meme. That's how they dismiss National Socialism. They say it's not socialism. National Socialism wasn't socialism. No more than buffalo wings come from buffaloes. Well, Hitler named his group the National Socialists for a reason. Now, if you don't come to grips with that fact, you are a moron, okay? You can go around and talk about your buffalo wing thing if you want, but you're still a moron if you don't realize that the Nazis were socialists, okay? Liam Dyer says, "Punching Hitler is same as being Hitler," end quote. And then he says, now, that's not his statement, he's quoting that. He says, "Why must you be like this?" See, that's how the left argues. They just deride you. They just say, "Oh, that's not a sophisticated opinion." Andre Volney mentions elucidated void. "Thanks for your comment. I don't know why your comment seems to be getting ignored, but it's an important point." Shall I read Elucidated Void's comment? I will. Just so you know what Elucidated Void had to say. Here. Oh God, did it? No, okay. "If I could speak from my own vivid experience as aspec and former fash, I can say it was less being aspec and more cultural osmosis, reified the ruling ideologies into me because of my material and class position as white, suburban, middle-class AMAB. I'd bet my life that aspec poc or underclass lumpen don't go fash. I get people using autism for philosophical schema, but same way Phil abuses scientific jargon, even though it doesn't really work that way. The only diff is that subatomic particles and thought experiment cats don't represent a actually existing class of people. So, like, I'm totally down for sloppy theoretical physics metaphors, but sorry for using so much idpol jargon in before accusations of radlib cryptocentrism. Point being, racism and fascism are a result of lived experience, material conditions, cultural osmosis, period. The difference between ideologies is a difference in content, not in form. End quote. Now, why would everybody be ignoring that comment? This room is full of garbage. Eliot, are these your friends? These are stupid people.